In this video, guys, I'm going to check out spread betting and CFD trading with Pepperstone. Stay tuned. Hey guys, warm welcome to you. So we're just checking out our channel sponsor, which is Pepperstone. There's a link to them in the description below. Go into the description, hit the link and go and check them out. So these guys have been around a while, 10 years. In fact, they're founded in 2010 by a group of traders who are pretty frustrated with slow executions and all the other things that we know we get frustrated with traders, probably getting frustrated with dealer fills, getting frustrated with going to a dealer, getting frustrated with tickets being held in fast markets. You know the score, guys. So these guys set up Pepperstone 10 years ago and they've grown pretty massively now. They are ASIC and FCA regulated, so UK and Australia regulation. Now, what's interesting is they have a good customer base. So they're not brand spanking new and they're just trying to get a few customers on and get the things rolling. And, you know, without that liquidity flow, sometimes the service can be a little bit shaky. These guys have got a decent customer base and decent trade flow. They're doing 12.5 billion approximately per day in trade flow. It depends on it's averaged out. And they've got to think of about 57,000 clients as well. So a lot of clients, a lot of trade flow, which means that even though sometimes it appears as if that's the wrong approach to take. But in actual fact, guys, is you're better off when you have a company that has got a big client base and takes care of customer service. Because you've got to be careful, it's a big client base and they don't take care of you as a customer because you're just a number, one of 57,000. But if they're taking care of you as a customer and they have a decent customer service, which these guys have, they won lots of awards for it, and you can be a smaller fish in a bigger pond, it means that you're going to get instant fills. You're going to get, you're not going to have dealers intervening in your tickets. You're going to get orders as quick as possible because they want that order flow. Whereas a smaller kind of broker who's just operating on a much smaller scale, you can become a bigger fish quite quickly and then they might not want your order. They might not want your order flow. But when you've got a bigger client base and decent order flow, you can just fit in quite nicely with all the deals you're doing. So they've got a spread bet and a CFD offer, a pretty recent spread bet offer for UK and Irish clients. Now, platform wise, you can trade on MT4, you can trade on MT5 or the cTrader platform. I'm going to go through those in a later video in detail about the differences and what they offer, how you access them and all that kind of stuff as well. But most of you will be familiar with MT4 and MT5. So spreads from 0.0 points. Yes, that's not a misprint. Spreads from 0 points. Now it's worth noting that is specifically for what's called the Razor account. We'll go into that in some more detail, but you go and check them out for yourself, guys. There's a link in the description below. As I said, 0 points for stuff like Euro, USD, GBP, USD, AUD, USD. From that's the, basically they're passing on as much as they can of the tightness and the interbank rate of liquidity providers that they use, so to speak, and they're passing that on to you. Now, you're going to pay a small commission on top of that because there's a certain account type, we'll get to that in a moment, where you can trade with the Razor account or the standard account, and the Razor is, hey, I get access to really, really low spreads. That'll be slightly variable. So average, you might pay 0.14, for example, but at certain times, you're going to pay 0, but you will pay a little commission on top of that. It's not completely free, but you know, we're talking seriously low trading costs with those particular accounts. Now, good customer service, like I say, they've won many awards for that. So we're not just talking hearsay from a few people. If there's awards out there and general good feedback, you could consider that they're pretty good. But again, try them out for yourself. Have a little chat on the website. Go in there, use the live chat, call them up, tell them what you're after, and see what they've got. No dealing desk. This is a must these days, guys. You just don't want to be trading with a company that has a dealer intervention. It's the most frustrating thing in the world. If you've ever been in a situation where you try to put a ticket through, you try to get into a trade or out of a trade, and it sits there, and you get that wheel of doom where it's just sitting and spinning, and you're like, is that filled? Is that not filled? What's happening with it? And it's hanging, and it's hanging, it's hanging, it's hanging, and all of a sudden it comes back, oh no, price has moved, you've not been filled. Or the old chestnut, guys, where it moves in your favor and it comes back not filled, or it moves against you and they're like, oh yeah, we'll fill that, because all of a sudden you're 5 points down on the trade. We've seen that. Fortunately, these guys have got no dealing desk, and actually they do pass through any positive slippage. So it'll depend on the order type that you're placing through. And we'll talk about what positive slippage is perhaps in another video for those of you who are not aware. But basically they will pass through the savings because of the business model they've got and the way they operate. They're not interested in trying to sneak a few points here and there from you and have some headline rate that they don't really fulfill. They're going to say, hey, this is the rate we get, this is the rate that we get, we pass it to you, we add our little margin on because we're a business. There you go. That's the way we operate. So that's Pepperstone. Two account types. They've got the Razor and the Standard. Now, very briefly, and I'm going to go into some more detail about that at a later date, but the razor is going to be for you if you're really active scalping. These guys are quite tough scalpers, by the way, so if you really love to scalp FX, you like to scalp stuff, and you're fed up of being kind of told you can't scalp, or you've got to hold positions, or say the dealer interventions, don't worry about it. Just go razor account, check them out, and play around with these. But these are more than happy to have very short-term traders and longer-term traders as well. So that's Pepperstone, guys. The link's in the description below. Go and check them out. Go and see if they're right for you. Take care. See you next one. Bye-bye.